Today I am going to explain that is mass spectrometry. It is a spectroscopic technique. By using this technique, we can determine the molecular mass of the compound. It is most accurate method amongst all other spectroscopic techniques. So here I am taking the example of neopentane. The structure of neopentane contains 5 carbon and 12 hydrogen. Molecular formula of neopentane is C5H12. So its molecular mass will be the atomic weight of one carbon is 12, 12 multiplied by 5 carbon plus 1 multiplied by 12, 12 hydrogen because the total molecular mass will be 72. It means if we analyze this neopentane in the mass spectrometry, we will get the peak of 72 molecular weight, and here molecular weight will come in the form of charge to mass ratio in mass spectrometry. So signal will come in the form of mass to charge ratio, that is denoted by M by E or M by Z. Generally, charge is plus 1 in most of the cases. Rarely, charge will be plus 2. It means if we write this 72 in the form of mass to charge ratio, then it will be 72 divided by 1. So ultimately it will be 72. So ultimately mass to charge ratio is the molecular weight of the compound. So you can see this is the structure of neopentane. An electron, when electron beam is bombarded, electron will be removed from this C5H12 plus along with one free radical. M by Z is equal to 72. Now I am coming to the principle of mass spectrometry. What is the principle of mass spectrometry? In principle, we will discuss why this is plus one charge. So in mass spectrometry, we will take compound or analyte, and beam of electron will be bombarded on that particular compound, and ultimately one electron will be released from that compound along with the bombarded electron. You can see the principle. A beam of electron will be bombarded in the analyte or compound, and it will lead to removal of one electron from analyte. Due to removal of electron, molecule will be positively charged and known as molecular ion. जब मॉलिक्यूल में से एक इलेक्ट्रॉन निकलेगा तो उसके ऊपर पॉजिटिव चार्ज आएगा और उस मॉलिक्यूल को हम कहेंगे अब नोन एज मॉलिक्यूलर आयन. So ultimately molecular ions will be fragmented. To fragment ions to get stabilized, to get stabilized. So according to the above statement, we have to take one analyte या molecule. यानी आपने जो ऊपर वाला जो स्टेटमेंट है इसके मुताबिक हमें क्या हो करना होगा, हमने क्या लिए, एक एनालाइट या कंपाउंड लिया, and electron will be bombarded on that molecule. और उस मॉलिक्यूल के ऊपर हमने क्या किया, इलेक्ट्रॉन की बम्बार्डमेंट की है, and that bombardment of electron will lead to the removal of an electron from that particular compound. that particular molecule. So here you can see below. So here we are taking one molecule. We are taking one molecule, that is M, and this molecule beam of electrons will be bombarded. This is beam of electrons. You can see in the picture. This is beam of electrons, and in this molecule, beam of electrons will be bombarded. So these electrons. So these are electrons. So one electron will attack to this molecule, and the next step, removal of one electron takes place from this molecule. Removal of one electron takes place from this molecule. So here one electron from the beam of electrons, जो beam of electrons है इसमें से एक इलेक्ट्रॉन, so here one electron from the beam of electrons go to the molecule, and it will remove one electron from that molecule, and it will remove one electron from that molecule, that is denoted by blue color, and this electron will also come out. this bombardment की है, and this electron will also come out along with this electron. So ultimately here two electrons will be come out. You can see that here ultimately two electrons will be come out. So removal of one electron takes place from the molecule or in a light, then that molecule will be positively charged, and that is known as molecular ions. और इसको हम क्या कहेंगे, molecular ions कहेंगे. So this reaction can be written as, इस reaction को हम U भी लिख सकते हैं. So this reaction can be written as, you can see in the figure. So this is the molecule M, and when electrons will be bombarded into this M, and one electron will be moved from this M, which is denoted by blue color, this electron will come out as it is, which is denoted by black color, this bombardment की है, ये भी this electron will come out as it is, which is denoted by black color. So here in molecule M there will be one positive charge. You can see this is positive charge. Due to the removal of this blue color electron, and one single electron is remaining because electrons are always present in the form of lone pair. So this will act as free radical. You can see this will act as free radical. Due to the presence of this free radical, this M plus ion, this molecular ion, this M plus ion will be unstable, and it will go to the stable state. This M plus ion will be fragmented. Fragmentation will be fragmented in the form of M1 or M2, like this. You can see. So ultimately, molecular ion will be fragmented into fragment ions to get stabilized. So molecular ions will be fragmented, and this M1 plus and this M2 plus, this M1 plus and this M2 plus will be the stable ions. This is molecular ion, and these are periodical. So complete जो है, this is known as जो complete M1 plus और M2 plus जो है, this is known as fragment ions. So in mass spectrometry, only positive ions are detected. So in this example, we will get three types of ions: molecular ion, M plus, M1 plus, and M2 plus. According to this example, these three ions will be detected in mass spectrometry. Now again, I am taking the example of this neopentane as an example for better understanding of this concept. You can see this is the structure of neopentane. This is the structure of neopentane, and you can also write this neopentane C5H12. It can also be written as, and one electron will be removed, and one electron will be bombarded into this C5H12. Then it will become C5H12 plus, and one free radical will be present also. Molecular ion. Now going to the fragmentation pattern. This is the fragmentation pattern. Now coming to the fragmentation pattern of this C5H12. So it will give four types of fragments. You can see in the picture, that is CH3, C2H5, C3H7, C4H9. If it is giving CH3 as a positive charge, then it will give C4H9 as a free radical along with this CH3 plus. If it is giving C2H5 as a positive charge, then it will give C3H7 as a free radical with this C2H5 plus. If it is giving C3H7 as a positive charge, C3H7 as a positive charge, then it will give C2H5 as a free radical along with this C3H7. If it is giving C4H9 as a positive charge, as a fragment ions, positive charge या fragment ion भी आप कह सकते हैं, और fragment ion, then it will give CH3 as a free radical. So in this example, if we will combine this one CH3 and C4H9, ultimately it will become this C5H12. We will combine this one. This will also become C5H12. We will combine this one. It will also become C5H12. We will combine this one. It will also become C5H12. So when free radicals are removed from this molecular ion, this positive ion will go. This positive ion will come out in the form of stable state. Now next is the instrumentation, basic instrumentation of mass spectrometry. अब उसकी इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन की तरफ जाते हैं। इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन के अंदर कौन कौन से कंपोनेंट्स हैं। Instrumentation of mass spectrometry. So coming to the first step, that is sample inlet. This is sample inlet. In figure you can see sample inlet. So याद रखना, so in mass spectrometry we can take, हम तीन तरह के सैंपल ले सकते हैं। We can take liquid, gas और solid samples. So in mass spectroscopy या mass spectrometry we can take liquid, gas or solid samples. If our sample is present in gaseous form, then there is no problem. But if it is present in liquid or solid form, then it has to be converted into gaseous form. तो हमें उसको gaseous form में convert करना जरूरी है, solid या liquid sample को. So here you can see heating coils जो है are present. So they will produce the temperature, and due to that temperature, liquid and solid sample will be converted into the gas under the suitable atmospheric pressure. So sample will be here. You can see sample is present there. It is converted into the gaseous form, and further it will go to the next step. अब ये next step में जाएगा. Next step में आप लोग देख रहे हो कि next step slits are present. You can see slits are present. For example, this one is slit A, this one is slit A, and this one is slit B, and this one is slit C, and this last one is slit D. So this vaporized analyte will go to the next step, and this complete chamber is known as ionization chamber. और इस complete chamber जो है इसको हम ionization chamber कहते हैं. It starts from slit A, जो कि slit A से शुरू होता है, and ending to slit B, और slit B पे जाके खत्म हो जाता है. और उस complete को क्या कहेंगे? Ionization chamber या vaporization chamber. This vaporized sample will come to this ionization chamber in the form of M, in the form of a molecule M. Now in next step, you can see tungsten filament. Tungsten filament is present, and it provides beam of electrons. And potential of this beam of electron is 70 electron volts. So these electrons will attack to this molecule, and ultimately the molecule will be converted in the form of M plus along with one free radical. The molecular ion will convert होगा. So when this electron will attack to the molecule, then it will come with one extra electron from this molecule, that is denoted by blue color, and ultimately this molecule M will be converted in the form of M plus, and potential required for this conversion. The conversion means conversion from M to M plus, M से M plus is known as ionization potential. Conversion from M to M plus is known as ionization potential, and approximate value of ionization potential is 8 to 15 electron volt. 8 to 15 electron volt. But here potential produced by tungsten filament is 70 electron volt. So this extra potential will produce fragment ions from this molecular ion. like this M1 plus and M2 plus. So ultimately in this step M will be converted into M plus in molecular ion, and further M plus will be converted into these fragment ions M1 and M2. Some extra electrons will directly come from tungsten filament. These electrons will be collected in this ion collector, and this is ion collector. You can see this is electron, will be this ion collector. Now in next step, all this positive ions will go to the next chamber. अभी next chamber की तरफ जाएंगे, that is ion acceleration chamber. इस chamber को जो है जो B से शुरू होता है C पे खत्म होता है, this is known as ion acceleration chamber. The next chamber, that is ion acceleration chamber. This starts from slit B and end to slit and ending to slit C. So here electrodes are present. You can see these are electrodes. So here electrodes are present, and these electrodes will produce the potential, and this starting electrode will produce positive ion. This starting electrode will produce positive ion. You can see in the figure, this starting electrode will produce positive ion, and then next one will produce negative ion, next electrode, and next one will produce more negative ions. And electrode potential of this ion acceleration chamber is approximate 8 to 10 electron volt. Due to this negative potential, all positive ions will be attracted by this negative potential. Due to this negative potential, all positive ions will be attracted by this negative potential, and it will be repelled by this positive potential. So this positive potential will repel all these positive electrons in the right side. So this will go to like this. तो फिर ये ऐसे ही मूव करेंगे M plus, M1 plus and M2 plus. So all these positive ions will give certain velocity. So all positive ions will give certain velocity after this ion acceleration chamber. After this ion acceleration chamber, and all other free radicals will remain here. So this will go to the next step like this. We have to do M1 and M2. फिर ये ऐसे आगे जाएंगे. So kinetic energy of this accelerated ions will be like this. Kinetic energy है of this accelerated ions will be like this. ये जो है kinetic energy, उसका जो equation है half mv square is equal to ev. Half mv square is equal to ev. Here m is the molecular mass, the mass of the ion. M is the mass of the ion. V is the velocity of the ion. E is the charge on the ion, and this V is the potential difference in the accelerated chamber. This V is the potential difference in the accelerating chamber. And now next step, this the M, ये सॉरी यहाँ पे M plus है, M plus, M1 plus and M2 plus will enter the magnetic field. यहाँ पे you can see यहाँ पे हमने magnetic field apply किया हुआ है. Will, and now in next step, this M1 plus M2, M1 plus M1 plus and M2 plus will enter in the magnetic field. So when it will enter into the magnetic field, and here applied magnetic field H, applied magnetic field H is applied, then it will feel the deflection force due to magnetic field, and it is denoted by HEV is equal to mv square. You can see this equation also below. HEV is equal to mv square by R. This is equation number 2. This is our equation number 2. Here H, what is H? H is applied magnetic field. And what is R? R is the radius of the path. अगर इसको हम squaring both sides in equation number 2, then the equation number 2 will become H square E square V square is equal to M square V 4 V by 4 R square. This is equation number 3. This V square will be cut out, will be cancelled out by this V4 V. Here we will be. So H square E square is equal to M square V square divided by R square. This is equation number 4. Now if we will, अगर हम इस इक्वेशन को रीअरेंज करें, तो इफ वी विल रीअरेंज द इक्वेशन नंबर 1, जो हमारा इक्वेशन नंबर 1 था, इसको हम रीअरेंज करें, क्या था? हाफ एम वी स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू हाफ एम वी स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू ईवी. उस इक्वेशन को अगर हम रीअरेंज करें तो एम वी स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू 2ईवी. यहां से आप एम वी स्क्वायर की वैल्यू पुट करें. नाउ पुट the value of this equation number 5 into the equation number 4. H square E square is equal to here m into mv square. mv square की जगह हमने 2ev लिख दिया divided by r square. This e will be cancelled out by this e square. H square E is equal to 2mv divided by r square. अगर इस इक्वेशन फॉर्म में कि हमें वैल्यू चाहिए मास टू चार्ज रेशियो का, तो हम इसको यूं भी लिख सकते हैं m by e is equal to h square into r square divided by 2b. So this is very important equation. By using this equation we can determine how ions will reach to the detector. And next also we'll go to the diagram. Now coming to the ions, how this ions will reach to the detector. How these ions will reach to the detector. Ions having high molecular weights reach first. For example, from here, if molecular weight of M is highest and molecular weight of M1 is moderate and molecular weight of M2 is least, so क्या होगा फिर? First M plus will reach, then M1 will reach, and at the end M2 will reach. So in mass analyzer, this is mass analyzer. So in mass analyzer, ions will be separated on the basis of molecular weight. So in mass analyzer, ions will be separated on the basis of molecular weight. These are different types of mass. There are different types of mass analyzer. First one is magnetic field deflection. तो यहाँ पे जो हम mass analyzer use कर रहे हैं, that is magnetic field deflection. The second type है, that is double focusing mass analyzer. Second type of mass analyzer is double focusing mass analyzer. इसी तरह third type जो है, that is quadrupole mass analyzer. इस तरह fourth type जो है वो है time of flight. इस तरह फिफ्थ वन जो है FTICR, Fourier transform ion cyclotron resonance. So from mass analyzer it will go to the detector. It will go to the detector. In detector diodes are present, diodes are used, then it will go to the amplifier. तो ये नेक्स्ट किसके तरफ जाएगा? एम्पलीफायर. तो जाएगा In mass spectrometry, electric amplifier is used. So amplifier will amplify the signal and ultimately it will go to the recorder and recorder will record the signal like this. This is this one is M1 and this one is M2. So this is the whole instrumentation of mass spectrometry. And now I will discuss the applications of mass spectrometry. What are the applications of mass spectrometry? मास स्पेक्ट्रोमेट्री को हम क्यों यूज करते हैं? ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट यूज मास स्पेक्ट्रोमेट्री जनरली टू डिटरमाइन द मॉलिक्यूलर वेट ऑफ द कंपाउंड by the measurement of their mass to charge ratio with very high accuracy so as to reduce their molecular formula and identify the fragments again from their mass to charge ratio which are formed by the fragmentation of the original molecule after ionization to establish the structure of the molecule. The molecular ion जो है तो यहाँ पे molecular ion हमने किया C5H12 plus is also called parent ion. Molecular ion को हम parent ion भी कहते हैं and is usually designated as M plus. यानी इसको आमतौर पे M plus से ही represent करते हैं. It is positively charged molecule with an unpaired electron. यानी positively charged molecule with an unpaired electron. The set of ions in the fragment ions, their daughter ions, are analyzed in such a way that a signal is obtained for each value of mass to charge ratio m by e that is represented. The intensity of each signal represents the relative abundance of the ion producing the signal. The intensity of each signal represents the relative abundance. The relative abundance को show करेगा उसकी abundance कितनी है आपकी ion producing the signal. तो वो signal देगा. जो लार्जेस्ट पीक होगा स्ट्रक्चर के अंदर उसको हम बेस पीक कहेंगे और उसकी इंटेंसिटी होगा वो 100% होगा. ये इसलिए हाईलाइट किया. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर ऑब्जेक्टिव पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. द लार्जेस्ट पीक इन द स्ट्रक्चर इज कॉल्ड द बेस पीक एंड its intensity is taken as 100%. The intensity of other peaks are represented relative to the base peak. इसके अलावा यूज इन वेरियस फील्ड्स लाइक केमिकल एनालिसिस एंड आइडेंटिफिकेशन इन मास स्पेक्ट्रोस्कोपी फॉर्म अदर फील्ड्स के अंदर भी हम यूज कर सकते हैं लाइक केमिकल एनालिसिस एंड आइडेंटिफिकेशन, environmental monitoring and analysis, soil, water and air pollutants, water quality. जियोकेमिस्ट्री के अंदर भी हम इसको यूज कर सकते हैं यानी soil and rock composition, oil and gas surveying, chemical and petrochemical industry में quality control में. Mass spectrometry also play an important role in biotechnology के अंदर जिसके बहुत अहम रोल है. इसके अलावा आइडेंटिफाई स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ बायोमॉलिक्यूल्स जैसे कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स, न्यूक्लिक एसिड्स, जो बायोमॉलिक्यूल्स हैं उनकी स्ट्रक्चर्स को आइडेंटिफाई करने के लिए मास स्पेक्ट्रोस्कोपी का मास स्पेक्ट्रोमेट्री का एक बहुत बड़ा अहम रोल है. सीक्वेंस बायोपॉलीमर्स सच एज प्रोटीन एंड ओलिगोसैकेराइड्स. इसके अलावा डिटर्मिनेशन ऑफ ड्रग मेटाबॉलिक पाथवेज. Mass spectrometry is also used to determine the inorganic composition of elements within a sample. तो जो हम यहाँ यूज करेंगे that is हम कंपाउंड का या एनालाइट का मॉलिक्यूलर वेट डिटरमाइन करने के लिए मास स्पेक्ट्रोमेट्री यूज कर सकते हैं. So this is the goal. What is mass spectrometry? What are its principles and fragmentation pattern and instrumentation and applications of mass spectrometry. तो ये हमारा लास्ट चैप्टर है. अब हमारा सिलेबस जो है यहाँ पे आके खत्म हो जाता है.